Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening. Welcome to you all. On behalf of Teen Empowerment Club, we would like to welcome you all once again for one wonderful presentation by our respected brother Abdul Alim from Chennai, and to inaugurate this session with official introduction speech about our Teen Empowerment Club and our guest speaker. I would like to invite Sister Sumaya to continue your talk. Thank you so much. Sister Sumaya, can you continue your talk?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please carry on. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Jazakallah, sir. Kind greetings to all. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Teen Empowerment Club. Teen Empowerment Club is there to help young people understand world around them. They are there to advise young people with their future, to talk about the past and even help them with the present. The beneficial outcomes to teen empowerment programs are improved social skill, improved behavior, increased academic achievement, increased self-esteem, and increased self-efficacy. Now I would like to introduce our guest speaker of the evening, Brother Abdul Alim. Brother Abdul Alim is software engineer, database developer, associate, trainer, teacher, volunteer, programming language, DB, scripting language, C, C++, SQL, VB scripting tools, Inform, Architect, Meditate, Rave. Software engineer having an overall experience of 8 years with excellent organizational and time management skill in the field of IT and education. Experience in working with top multinational companies like Accenture, PPD, Covance, LabCorp, Bangalore, India. International trainer, NLP trainer, certificated teacher, counselor, life coach, having an experience of 10 years in training and teaching. Part of few of the NGOs which work part of corporate social responsibility team. Specific and customized training, soft skill training, NLP training, spoken English and personality development, teacher training, counseling, specific individual webinars, various others awareness program, crowdsourcing in the form of money, ration, clothes, money. On behalf of Team Empowerment Club and all of us, I request Brother Abdul Alim to deliver your valuable presentation. Thank you. Jazakallah khairan.
Jazakallah khair, Sister Sumaya, and Jazakallah khair, Hanif Bhai, Team Empowerment Club, and the team for giving me an opportunity to present my views and thoughts as we learn about different things in life. Today, I'll not take much of your time, but believe me that the next 20 to 25 minutes that we are going to spend with each other is going to be a lot of learning for all of us. And I'm quite sure that at the end of this session today, you will have some beautiful ideas and techniques with you so that you become a great public speaker and achieve success in your personal and professional lives. All right. Before we begin, I want all of you to close your eyes, just breathe in and breathe out for 10 seconds. Close your eyes, breathe out, in, out, in, out. Yes, open your eyes and let's come back here. Come back to this session. The most important thing in anyone's life, in order for them to present themselves in a large forum, is the presentation skills, is the confidence, is their body language, is their attitude, is the way they behave with people. Just give me a second. I'll ask the kids around here to keep quiet so that we have uninterrupted session. Yes, right. So, not taking much of your time, let's begin with one presentation. We will have two presentations today. The first and foremost presentation is for the people who ask me, for the students who ask me, for the parents who ask me how to overcome nervousness. Right? Most of the time, what happens is we often become nervous when we are dealing with people, when we are meeting new people, or when we are given a chance to speak. We become nervous. First, we will see on how to overcome the nervousness. Then we will see top ideas to become a great public speaker. I am challenging you that if we adapt these techniques, it is going to be helpful for us in our lives as we progress our journey. Right. So let me know once you are able to see my screen. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. Now, ideally, how do we feel when we are nervous? We feel like running away from the situation. We feel that this time should pass soon, or we want to come out of that situation, or something should happen where we feel safe. Right? So this is a common thing. Understand that nervousness is normal. It is common, and it is there inside all of us. But what is the measure of that nervousness, and how do we tackle the nervousness with our confidence? How do we overcome that fear is going to play a major role. Let us understand through the slides that comes up. Nervousness is a common feeling brought on your body's stress response. This involves series of hormonal physiological responses that help prepare you to handle a perceived or imagined threat. Now, understand that this nervousness varies depending on the situation. When you are meeting new people, it is different. When you are giving a presentation, it is different. When you are giving a business presentation, it is different, right? Now, what are the symptoms of nervousness? How can I identify whether I am nervous or not? Understand that you will feel nervous, restless, or tensed. Oh my God, I have a presentation at 5:30 p.m. 8 p.m. I should prepare for the presentation. Whether people will like it or not, whether the ideas will be implemented or not, these are the thoughts that may come up, right? You may feel like you are in a dangerous situation. Having an increased heart rate, your heartbeat and heart rate will increase. Some people breathe rapidly, sweating, shivering, trembling, feeling weak or tired, trouble concentrating. I am talking here, but if people inside the room are nervous, they may not be able to give focus on what I'm speaking, right? So this happens naturally. What causes nervousness? Why do we become nervous? It is because of the stress at work, stress from school or college where you are in, stress from relationships, financial stress, stress from emotional trauma such as the death of a loved one, health issues, and stress, fear to face people, sometimes to meet new people. These are the common areas where we find we may be nervous. Right. Then what to do when I'm nervous? I'm going to share with you these practical ideas that I call it as self-treatment. What can I do when I become nervous? The best thing I suggest everyone is do wazoo. Change your position and sit in a place where you're comfortable. Breathe, drink water, and remember Allah. Understand that Allah Ta'ala is not going to give you any problems bigger than you are able to face it. You will have problems, you will have difficult situations, As there is a saying in Hadith, with every hardship comes ease. What are the things that can be done to avoid the nervousness? Do physical activity, have a healthy diet plan, regular sleep and relaxation exercise, meditation, prayer, yoga, right? Joining a support group may also help. This TEC group, Lights of Kindness group, NGOs, the group that does social activities, join those groups because you feel good when you have a support system, when you have people around you, when you talk to them, and when you deal with different people. You become more social, you become more charged up, you become more energetic when you meet different people. Now, the effective 5 tips. Don't be afraid of nervousness. Remind yourself that nervousness is normal and helpful. Because if you have nervousness at some measure, you will act. You will start working on it. What should I do to overcome this nervousness? If there is no nervousness, then you will not improve. Remember this idea. If you are not afraid, if you are not nervous, if you don't become panic, if you're not stressed out, then you will not improve. But what is the measure of that nervousness or stress or difficult situation that you are dealing with? Second thing is be prepared. Understand that if you are not able to do one task because of your nervousness, someone else will do it. So prepare yourself to deal with those challenges. Then comes positive self talk or affirmations. I can deal with it. I have the ability. I am smart. I am talented. This situation will pass. Try a relaxation technique that we discussed. Write down the outcome and focus on it. Write down the outcome. What is that outcome that I am looking at and how it will help me out? You will become better. Then the most important thing is face your fears. When you face your fear, you become strong, you become determined, you start believing in yourself, and you give your best, come what may the situation is. All the best, and never doubt your abilities for a moment in life. I wish you all the best and good luck as you progress. We'll move on with our next, the most important topic of today's discussion, which is on public speaking. But before public speaking, I thought that I'll give you a brief idea on nervousness so that you are clear on the ground, right? Once we are clear on this path, it becomes easy. Now, understand that most of the time what happens is the basement should be done strong. Then only we can build up the floors. So once we start making our basement strong, I'm quite sure that we will be able to have when the foundation is right, the building is going to be strong, right? Okay. Now let's start with the next topic, which is on public speaking. I'm going to share with you some of the ideas. I would call them as 10 top ideas, top 10 ideas that is being used in Harvard Continuing Education platform, practically tested and proven methods that will help all of us here in this room to become best speakers. Right. Let us understand the types of public speeches, and then we will understand the tips about the public speaking. Let us understand the four main types. That's all. Other categories fall into these four main types. You need to understand the four types of public speaking. The number one is speaking to inform. This session is an informative session. What I am doing here is I am speaking to inform. Seminars, the classes that you attend, the videos that you watch are all a part of public speaking, speaking to inform. The second one is speaking to persuade, making people agree, making people buy your story. The politicians, the salesperson, the advertisement do that. What they do, they speak to persuade. Use our energy drink so that you become healthy. Oh, parents think, oh my God, I think I should give this energy drink to my kids so that they become healthy like Superman. What happens? they get persuaded by the marketing strategy that is being done. Then speaking to actuate, that means asking people to act on it, action. Then comes speaking to entertain, functions, ceremonies. We see a lot of public gathering where people are gathered. It is like a stage show and people are speaking. Remember that a good public speaker is one who understands the need of the audience and is flexible enough to adapt changes that may arise even while delivering the speech. Now, suddenly the presentation is going on, suddenly the laptop is off or the presentation goes off. How do I engage the audience? How do we deal with those technical glitches that happen? Or how is our spontaneous reaction based on the situation is going to matter the most. Now, I'm going to share with you these top 10 ideas. After that, we will end the session and ask the question answer. My personal favorites and proven method. I have used these techniques personally, and I want all of us to remember these techniques for their life so that they become great public speakers. First point is nervousness is normal, practice and prepare. My dear friends, understand that practice is the key to become perfect, right? Practice and preparation. When you are practice well, when you are prepared, things become easy. When I'm not ready for this session, when I don't prepare, then what will happen? I will have disorganized thoughts. Even though I may have information, I have knowledge about it, but my thoughts will be disorganized. Then know your audience. Your speech is about them, not you. If you are addressing a group of people who are students, understand their mentality. If I'm talking to a teenage, how should I talk to them? If I'm talking to adults and older people, what sort of words should I use? This will play a major role. Then organize your material in the most effective manner to attain your purpose. Watch your feedback and adapt to it. Let your personality come through. When you're speaking, it is important that people should feel that you are speaking naturally. It should not be like memorized and you are just reading line by line. It should not be like that. When you are talking, your flow should be natural and the thoughts that come through you, that should be natural as well. Then use humor, tell stories, and use effective language. Using humor, what does it mean? Crack some simple jokes that people can take up to lighten up the mood. We should not hurt anyone. We should not talk about, politics or that may offend people. Talk some simple and lighter jokes that people can take up. Tell them stories of inspiring people so that they get connected with the speech that you are giving. I was reading about Abraham Lincoln, the former president of United States of America. He shares in his article, in his biography, that to give his first speech, he prepared for 3 weeks, and the last 2 nights or 3 nights, he did not sleep properly just because he was preparing that speech in his mind, in his heart, and that speech became one of the world's best speech ever. Right? So this is the sort of dedication which people give. Then don't read unless you have to work from an outline. What happens is when you are presenting a slide, don't look at the slide simultaneously, parallelly when you are speaking. Looking the slide and talking, looking at the slide and talking, we should not do that because you need to have the information and knowledge about what we are sharing. Then you can brief out about the story. When you are highlighting some key words or key terms, use the slide and then you can go for it. Use your voice and hands effectively. Omit the nervous gestures. What does it mean? Using your voice and hands effectively. Not unnecessarily, don't scream, and do not excessively wave your hands, right? That will become like overacting or overreacting. Then omit nervous gestures like folding your arms, putting your arms inside the pocket, right? Doing your hands, clasping them, and showing the signs of nervousness. We need to avoid it. How can you avoid that? It is easy to avoid it when you practice your speech in front of a mirror. The former president of USA, again, Barack Obama, says that before every presentation, he stands in front of the mirror for 30 minutes and do the rehearsal or the practice of that presentation. He watches his reactions and actions. How is he moving his hands? How is the eye contact? Right? How is the body movement and gestures? These things he notices, and then he brings some improvement in the speech. Then what about us? Again, it comes to practice. Grab attention at the beginning and close with a dynamic end. How do we do that? My dear friends, today I am here to talk about something that will change your life, that will help you grow, that will improve yourself as a person. And we are going to talk about this. Now, once you give this thought to the people who are listening to you, what happens to them? They tend to listen to you. You hook them up. Oh, this speaker is going to tell me something that is going to help me out in my personal and professional development. What is it? It is about public speaking. It is about confidence. It is about courage. It is about hope. It is about believing in myself. Wonderful. And close with a dynamic end. How do we do that? I'm quite sure that these ideas which we just learned and shared is going to help you out to improve yourself in your life, and going to make it you better. Use audio visual aids wisely. Whatever the picture you feel like putting in, the picture that matches the relevance of the slide or the discussion that you're talking about, use them so that it becomes easy for the people to understand it better. It should not be like you're talking about some concepts of management. You are talking about time management and you're showing Burj Khalifa building there, right? So there should be synchronization in your walk, in your talk, and the slides that you're going to present. This way, you're going to make your speech very well. It's going to be easy. I would like to thank the TEC and Lights of Kindness for their continuous efforts and what they have been doing since their inception. They have been doing an amazing job in terms of helping people, around the society and the community, and by organizing these sessions. It's amazing. And thank you to all the dear participants who are here today. I wish you all the best as you progress in your life. And I wish that you become great speakers as you move on. And remember that become kind. If you get a chance to become better, I would tell you, become better person, become better people, so that life is easy. Yep. So that's all I had for all of the people out here. Any questions? I'll be able to take up the questions.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, Alim bhai.
Walaikum salam, Maz. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for your these points and all. I got to know a lot of things in this.
Great.
One thought in my mind is if there are some situations where we don't have time to practice.
Yes.
So if we go to some seminars at that time, if we got a chance, an opportunity to speak for 5 to 10 minutes, so we don't have practice at that time, what do we do?
Yes. So what I will do, I would say is, Maz, when you are going to talk about anything, even do the mental preparation by collecting those thoughts about which you are going to speak. Give yourself time for 4 to 5 minutes and organize the thoughts in place, and then go for it so that it becomes easy when you're talking. at least for you to present whatever the concepts you know. Remember that we are going to speak what we know, right? So just gather them and put them in the structure and then go for it. I'm quite sure that that will help you out. But when there is a spontaneity, you can be spontaneous and only when you have information with you. If you do not have knowledge about it, I would recommend you to read about it, to learn about it, and then go for it. Because without preparation, if we go and tell something which is not relevant, then people will lose trust on us. So that is why speak whatever you know and tell them that you will get back to them when you get more time, so that you can elaborate the discussion and move on.
Okay, thank you, Jazakallah.
Welcome.
Actually, the floor is open. Anyone can ask questions and get answers. And Brother Alim, I just want to know how we become kind person and become better person.
Yes. The most important thing, Hanifai, which I tell everyone, is you can become kind. You can become kind by treating other people in the same way as you want others to treat you. You want others to treat you with respect, speak good words, smile at you, then you become that person who speak good words, good behavior, smile. And the most important thing is, as we all are Muslim brothers and sisters here, remember your grave each day or each night so that you become a humble person. Whatever your ego, your attitude, your behavior is, we all are going to go as dust at the end. So when you remember that, you automatically become humble. Okay, Mohammed Asil, thanks Hanifai for the question. Asil asks, is there any way to attract, what is that? The audience? Yes, it is. Have an interaction with them as we are having at the end of the session. Interact with them, give responses to their questions briefly, and then tell that yes, it is a good question, an important question for all of us to understand. When you look into their eyes, you get connected to them. You should not stand like a robot when you are standing on the stage. It is important that you make eye contact and make people feel better. You will make them feel better by just smiling at them. When you smile, you tend to make people feel that you are a friendly person. When people get comfortable to you, they automatically get hooked to you. Thanks, Asil, for the question. Next.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, Taha. Yes, Taha, go ahead.
Yeah, sir, could you tell me how we kick out the stage fear? If you're on a stage, you're very nervous. You're not interact the audience. It's very nervousness, and even you're not able to talk with teachers also in circumstance. Could you tell me, sir?
Yes, Taha, sure. Thank you so much for the question. And I was in the same place what you're talking. I was nervous. I was not confident to talk to my teachers and professors, or feeling nervous to be on the stage. But the most important thing for any preparation is, as I say, practice. Practice your content, practice in front of the mirror, practice in front of your family and friends. And I was watching Dhruv Rathi's video on how we can be a YouTuber, wherein he says that, imagine that this is the object. Okay, imagine that he or she is your friend, and look into that object and talk to them. What happens is you will feel better as if you're talking to someone known people. Until and unless you practice, no problem, be nervous, be shy, don't worry. You go to the stage, and even if you want, you can cry there. But it is going to happen just 1 or 2 times. As you keep on going, you become better speaker. Right? Don't worry to stumble, don't worry to make mistake, don't worry to be nervous, and it is completely fine. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for your question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome, Taha. It's a pleasure. Okay, a sister asks in the chat box, what is it? Can I be a good public speaker? Yes, you can be a great public speaker, not just good. you can be a great public speaker. But as I said, understand your platform, know your audience, prepare for it, and practice it. It will be helpful for you, whatever the stage is. Right now, you will be nervous to speak even to a one person. But as soon as you gain that confidence, you can easily interact with strangers, politicians, or whatever the stage is, right? You will be confident as you move on. So go for it. Keep using the opportunities. If the opportunity is not there, create one opportunity for yourself and talk with your friends and family. Thank you, sister.
Any other questions? You can chat through chat box.
Yep.
If you have no questions, you can interact with our trainer. You can get an idea. He's an international certified trainer. He conducted many programs, many lectures, many talks. And kind request to all the participants, if you want, we need to cover any topic, please send to us. We will cover in next time. Just send us the topic, whatever you want to, we will do it.
Yes,
Yeah,
can you
it
send
will be
the
better for time management skills.
Yeah,
time
definitely.
management skills? Sure.
Yeah, we will note it, and as soon as we will do.
Yeah, Anifa, can you send the details in the chat box so that everyone can note down the email ID
Yeah.
and the WhatsApp number? Yeah.
Sure. Just hold on, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time you talk to them.
Yes. So remember, my dear friends, when you want to master any of these skills in any area, read about different people in those areas. When you talk about time management skills, read about Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is an international expert and time management skill. I take many of his ideas personally and also use the same in my presentation, and that goes on. Okay, Sister Sumaya asks this: how to get the meaning of all the words, because still now I don't know the meaning of something in English language. Okay, yeah, sister, it's a common question that many of us may have. The best part is, whatever the word that you come across newly, a new word, know the meaning of that word and try to use those words in simple sentences. Like, for example, you come across the word encyclopedia. You don't know the meaning of encyclopedia. You go and understand that meaning of the word and use that word in sentences. Encyclopedia helps us in improving our knowledge. It tells us about the life cycle of different things. Likewise, when you start putting these simple words into sentences while speaking and while writing, those become a part of your vocabulary that is being stored in your brain, and then you talk with the same words flawlessly as you progress. Yep. You're welcome.
So I think we can wind up our session, brother. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, and as usual, always your presentation is very useful and very inspiring. That's why at least every month we conducting your session once. So
yes, sure, Anip, it's a pleasure.
I think maybe we have to increase it in a month, maybe 2 or 3 programs by you. So, and first of all, I would like to thank you, Brother Abdul Alim, for your wonderful presentation, and best introduction by Sister Sumaya and those participated. I would like to thank them: Ali Akbar, Daulat Basha, Kawsar Iqbal, Muhammad Irshad, Muhammad Mas, Muhammad Azil, Musaddiq Hussain, Aisha Nihara, Muhammad Yusuf, Amina Sayyid, Tasnim Banu, Zamrud, Zaliha, Miran, Zahir Kamal, Faiza Asif, Dilshad Beham, Wajhatul Nisa, Muhammad Farooq, Aslan, Shazia Masood, Afan, Banu Kiran, Aisha Rufia, Taha Shah, Malang Hassan, Danish, Ansar Basha, Fahima Banu. Once again, thank you very much for you all, and we will see next Monday, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you, Brother Ali.
Thanks, Hanif Sahab and team. Jazakallah khair. and all the very best to all of us. Take care, stay home, stay safe, stay happy, and stay motivated.
Thank you, brother. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah.